Peace and blessings, everyone. This is Sitting Bull speaking. These are subconscious community issues that I'm bringing up. And today I just want to speak about some of the issues that took place in history and the things that's going to take place now in our near future as nationalists and citizens of the United States of America. I mean, it's a lot of things that we know and it's a lot of things that we can express. I mean, these things are valuable only to vent from, educate from, and prepare yourself for. You know, for situations to come on to you so you can see the difference in the meaning, you know, between it all. And, you know, a lot of videos and things like that, they do hold a lot of conscious movements that's in them and that's very helpful. But my mind, my mentality with expressing these issues are deep. I sacrificed a lot of things so I can be able to express these things and be honest enough. Whatever come out my mouth, you know, it's my reality. You know, instead of me educating you about some things like that, but I don't accept the values of practicing what I preach. You know, but that's another topic. But the topic of the United States of America, I just want to embrace that to let y'all know and understand these issues are very, very, very important. And the reason why I say that is very important just because you got to look at the issues of the things that Obama will be speaking on his last State of the Union. The things that Obama be speaking about on his last State of the Union is basically how much America will appreciate and value their lifestyle that they live while he was in the office. And he even say that your world is going to change. And believe your world is going to change, absolutely. I don't know too much about Obama to even know if he was a benefit, and we will never know anyway because all presidents, you know what I mean, action shows up in a different term than what they served in. So we actually wouldn't know. Going to war and stuff, that was meant to happen anyway, for mass up and fix ups. Politics anyways, politics in general. I mean, the whole legislation branch, the Congress, I mean, everybody. I mean, the judicial branch, everybody. I mean, you got to think about it. You know what I'm saying? War was going to happen regardless of what president's in the office. So we just can't credit war to one president, you know, whatever the case may be. But I can speak on the United States telling us that in 2021, it's going to be a flash. Like 1021, the Turkish empires took over. And they've been serving for a long while. And they've been having a lot of kingdom. And watch what I say. In 2021, situation is going to be a chaos. I mean, you got to think about it. Obama out of the office in 2017. I mean, he's gone. You know what I mean? New president in. He hold a 4-year term. 4 years. So just imagine them 4-year terms. And that's 2021 right there. Obama telling us in subliminal messages that he our whole life go changing, kind of like he feeling sorry for us and things like that. Y'all will see. It haven't came on yet, but watch. He gonna say some things that blow your mind when you look in between. You know, I mean, look at the real points. Don't look at the political things that he say because he can't do anything that he's doing already. I mean, just point blank. You see what I mean? Give him credit or don't give him credit. He can't do no more than what he already doing right now. But the topic is the things in the United States, we have to prepare ourselves, you know, not just to say, well, we got to go to war or things like that, but we have to prepare ourselves to know that our children are going to be leaders when they leave our sides, or will we ever be connected again just because of their lack of resources and a lack of knowledge that need to take place in their lives at this point in time right now. I mean, because it's some things that's about to happen in our lives where the subconscious be a lot more subconscious than they already is. You know, if you could hear some of the things Obama talking about when your life go change, your life is go change. I mean, he have a basically empathizing speech that he come to express, you know, and he coming to let y'all know that this is the last term where y'all go see any type of freedom if you thought you had it. You know, niggas going back to niggas. You know, African American going back to the class of African American, and white class going down also. You know, I mean, it's all built on the projects. It's all built on the area and the demographics and everything else like that. I mean, when we talk about New World Order, we talking about a shift, not chaos and disaster. People fighting for power right now. You got to think about it. United States is a company. Every country that you know, I mean, a lot of people could say, "Oh, they paying taxes to Great Britain." Yes, they may be, but overall, they paying taxes to New Amsterdam also. Why? Because that's where the original, the European original forefathers are from. You know, they come from New Amsterdam. You know what I mean? Great Britain and things like that. They was late. They was later. It's like not a white supremacist, but more of like Anglo-Saxon thing. And it's a non-Anglo-Saxon thing too, because Spain still hold world power. Y'all think about, man. That's where all the diamonds and jewels and golds and things like that, man. Think about the time of these emperors and kings. I'm talking about they whole bodies and garments and things like that, man, with diamonds and all that stuff in there, man. Gold, everything, rubies, everything you could think of, man. So never think Spain lost its power. That's where the religion was born at. That's where modern day religion was born at. But back on the United States of America. United States of America is built on economics. And that's the only thing that'd be able to control the United States. It's economic. It's basically a machine for all other countries to come on in and work their magic and get great production in their countries and things like that without tapping into their natural resources and stuff like that. So all European countries came over here to settle in. You just can't go to one city, one state, whatever the case may be, and it's named after a certain European country or whatever. I mean, it's named after all of them. France, you know what I mean, from certain parts in Africa, all the way back to other parts of Europe, Asia, and that's the minimum names of them that I see a lot. Maybe in our personal names, but more in the street name and stuff like that. You don't see too many Asian streets, that's named after, but back on the topic of economics in the United States, though, it's a shift. It's a shift, a change of power of who taking over the company. United States about to go through a whole new CEO in 2021, about to go through a whole nother change for our CEO. But it's always a prep, because when you play in a stock market and company about to sell its stocks, or it brings that it brings that to the light. You know what I'm saying? That the company is about to do this and do that, or sell or merge or whatever the case may be. Most times that company is on standstill, or be at a stalemate. Then the other company that's buying gaining. Then one day that company is losing. Then the other company that sold is gaining. I mean, that's just the game. That's the economics of the United States. And it's for the people too, because you're not here to represent the nation. You're here to represent the economics and produce the economics for other countries. That's why a lot of countries, don't understand why Greece fell. But at the same time, Greece stopped using its natural resource. Stopped using its resources in America just to focus on them. And their image died down because they wasn't trying to conquer nowhere else. They were just trying to conquer for what they had. But other world powers and things like that don't really have too many economic struggles. They go on somewhere else. United States never could go through an economic struggle. Yes, it could go through an economic struggle for the people, but that's different for the country. The people will struggle. The country will always be rich. It's like going to the casino. You may win, you may lose. No, you may win, but the odds are you're going to lose. American society is the same way. So don't expect to win in America if you don't know other things, other tricks of the trade and things like that. Don't expect to win in America. Because it's not for you to win. So other other countries utilize America, for their backbone and their resources. So you got to think about it. The United States is built on all economics to make money for other countries, other corporations that's in other countries, and things like that. So you got to look at the key factor in this whole situation and get yourself together. I strive to get myself together every day. Thank the Creator, because it's real out here. And we have to take it as serious. And in my heart, I want to get to that point where I take the United States real as like we all dying out here. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of emotions I want to have in me, because that's how serious I want to be. When I wake up in the morning, when I go to sleep, I want to have that heart and that integrity in me to say, I got a reason to fight and strive. Not me in a social club and talking some hood politics or conversing with different community activists. Then we got complimentary drinks, we got coffee, we got all this stuff, we got donuts, cakes, and stuff like that. And we just sitting around having laughing, shaking each other's hands, saying, "Oh, nice to meet you. Here go my number. This and that." Cut it off. If you serious about your people dying, then basically you gonna look at them like, shake my hand. Not saying in a disrespectful way, but it's serious. And I'm not just talking. And when I speak, I don't just speak for people of our color. Cause your next door neighbor going through the same struggle as you, and they come from a different race, different religious perspective, different culture. They in the same boat as you. United States is the only place I know where a millionaire could live next door to a poor person. Other countries, they segregated when it come to that. You know what I'm saying? You got a Mercedes Benz and a Lexus truck and this and that. Then your neighbor got a 1980 Volvo and then they got a Cavalier. You know what I'm saying? That sound like a Chihuahua that's barking all night. They like probably a lot more happier than yours, whatever the case may be. But still, they still got to go through it. You see what I'm saying? Just like you. So it don't matter what race they in. We all in the same boat. Look at the emotional distress that our brains have to comprehend. Don't just look at the pigmentation. Even though people's struggle is bigger than yours, or your struggle is way worse than theirs because you got the problem with the skin pigmentation. But think about it. Through history, through life, through all that. You know what I'm saying? Even though we live in the times of today. But still, understand, a lot of people created these attitudes, these ways of life. We could call people certain things. We could call our own people that. But understand, this is our reality. And a machine spares none. Not even its own self or its own brethren. So, if you not want to be inspired by that machine, then you got to
get up out of certain ways of life. And not saying United States is a bad place to live. No, I mean I love United States. I even pray West. Just because of this the holy land of my forefathers. This is where they came to. You know, this where they, this where they migrated to. I'm talking about before slave ship was even thought of. You know, yeah, it was slavery, but it was in a different context of the European slavery, as I'm mentioning on this level. But I mean, my heart and my feelings are with a lot of the soldiers in the army and things like that. I mean, I feel for them. They struggle like we struggle. They don't understand. You know what I'm saying? A lot of principles, but they do understand far as the same struggle that we live. And most of them agree with you more than they on people who they on the battlefield with. But that's preference. But me personally, as a United States citizen, I don't see myself as that. I see myself as a nationalist. And when the national anthem come on, I stay seated. I don't stand. A lot of people probably look at me crazy, but I lost my liberty. So not that I'm disrespectful of it. I just feel it don't apply to me just because for the simple fact the restrictions is on me and I can't mock the same things that are symbolized just because for the simple fact it's not for me. You know what I mean? It didn't contribute me in it. It's that liberty and justice for all. When I went through my struggles and things like that, I lost my liberty. It was times where when I first started, a little bit afterwards, I was able to vote then. You know what I'm saying? So it was more in the simple fact of, well, is that a privilege or is that a benefit for me or is it not? And I feel like I'm still in the same category, no matter because the law have changed. I'm still in the same category. You know what I'm saying? A lot of laws have changed. You know what I'm saying? That Brown versus the school board, whatever the case may be, that changed, but the title still stood there. You know what I mean? Still stood there. So United States, we got to look at from a bigger perspective. We can't look at it from the sense of Obama telling us this or that. We got to look at it from a bigger picture of Obama showing us that he don't have any muscle, that if it does, it's personal. But when it comes to politics, he's pushed to the side, and it ain't just because of the skin pigmentation. It's just because of the roots. You know what I mean? His roots not strong enough. Maybe years to come of his daughters and things like that, his dynasty will be stronger. You know what I mean? As far as demanding and things like that. But as of right now, he just don't have that authority. So basically, when it comes in our personal life, no matter if we have money or not, we got to get ourselves together because the authority that's coming from roots and bloodline. So basically, you got to build that for our families, But 2021 is the year where I say a change is really going to come in our lives to the point where we have to sacrifice sacrifice ourselves, or just go through a chaotic situation and pray for the better. Because these times in the United States is changing, and they want to shift the United States economics to other countries. Maybe be Mexico, maybe be Belize, maybe be somewhere else, where they want the population far as the same because they hold power when you got a population this big. So it got to be compared the same way as the United States have it. But the world power actually had to get shifted, and United States be a capital like Spain or something like that, where it holds its weight now. It holds its power now because it's been through its crucial moments in life where it got everything took from it. And think about the time of Spain. If you don't know history, then I advise you to please study a little bit when we talking about, I don't want to mislead the name, so I got to think of it a little bit. What was his name? He was an emperor at the same time, but he was pope. Alfonso the Wise. Alfonso the Wise. So just think about the fifth, but they called him. It was the fifth, but they called him Alfonso the Wise. He was the last caliphate, and he was the Catholic Pope, whatever, the Emperor, whatever the case may be. He was both in one. And these two was arguing and clashing at the time, not just like being a Muslim and a Christian at the same time. So basically that's where the treasures of Isabella came from. Queen Isabella came from. It came from that, what I mean? And that's where all the Jews come from. So imagine them losing all their treasures in life. All their treasures in life. I mean, and they still have a dynasty. They make them powerful. They make them grandfather. You know what I mean? To watch over the youngster and improvise and get them security within themselves so they can survive. For the new nations or for the new entities, because we still can't consider the United States as a nation under the Republican Constitution, maybe under the Zodiac or something like that, but different conversation. But the thing is, we got to be strong. We got to be wise. We got to stay focused on the goal and know that it's important for us to look at things from a bigger picture. When Obama speaks tonight, I want everybody to listen to the things that he has to say and watch that chaos and a total life change going to happen real soon. And he giving us a warning in a more of an emphasizing way, because he can't explain it no other way. He can't tell the truth. And it's real out here. If we don't understand his mathematics, then we won't understand the corrections that we need to make to be successful in life. Well, so I just hope the best for the people that's in the struggle and lost out here, and my family also, because we have a hard task to fulfill, and it ain't no